going back to the woke culture, I think that also fostered that in a lot of ways, where people feel, where if I said, hey, if a young man said, you look nice today on an elevator, then all of a sudden it's an assault where you feel like you've been, and as a woman, I know I'm going to get so much heat for this, but that is the beginning of men understanding how to interact with women in the workplace. And most relationships and marriages happen in the workplace.
That's right.
So what happens, I was listening to Professor G on this, and he said that he's really concerned about males between that very demographic that you just cited, especially 25 to 35-year-old males who are not getting married.
Yes.
They don't have personal relationships. He said that is one of the reasons why we're having so many mass shootings, domestic terrorism comes out of that group. And I know this is going to sound crazy. As a woman of color and as a Black woman, I do feel that we have saturated society so much with all other communities, but I feel like we've left white males out of the conversation.
Well,
and I know that is going to sound crazy, maybe coming from me to you, but
right.
I foresaw this happening. I was like, you can't just talk about all other demographics and not address a core demographic. And that's why President Trump won, because they felt alienated.
Right. Absolutely. And they felt like they were left out. And in fact, of those 3.5 million kind of working age men who are not working, a lot of those are white men, and they are addicted to opioids. And they're addicted, believe it or not, to video games. They are sitting in their parents' basement at 30 years old, playing video games for 8 hours a day, not feeling the need to go out and work. And, the Bible talks about if you don't work, you don't eat. But we live in a society where that is not entirely true, because their parents or the government are kind of propping them up and allowing them to coast by without doing those things.